is what we call our double team between the guard and tackle here at Syracuse. So this is the right guard and this is the right tackle that we have. And right now, this gentleman right here, this defender is the 3 technique, and we're going to work on double teaming the 3 to the backside backer. So what we're doing in this drill right here is we're looking at this guard taking his proper footwork. So this guard right here with his proper footwork and this tackle. So for us, the first thing that the players know is, hey, we want 3 hands on the down guy. So it's the play side guard's outside hand, and it's the play side tackle's 2 hands. And we teach him that we want his, when I say him, the play side tackle, he wants to put the helmet screws. So this is the helmet screws. When you look at someone's helmet, here are the screws on his helmet. He wants to put his helmet screws right on this defender's hip. That's why I got this defender, the scout team player, with a hand shield on his hip. And we're looking to take this defender and we're looking to displace him 2 gaps over. So this is a collapse double team. We're not looking to knock him vertical. We're looking to collapse him over, and then the tackle is going to come off for the backer. So the first step of this guard right here as we go through, his first step is going to be at a 45. So he's going to protect that A gap. So there's one step. So I'm looking at his first step right here. So there's his first step. Now he's going to chop this half of the man with that hand. All right. And then you see the tackles coming down at his angle. He's going to put those helmet screws on that hip and take that defender over 2 gaps. So we're looking to take 1 hand and 2 hands. So we're going to have 3 hands on the down guy because the guard still has to protect his play side A gap. So if the linebacker runs through, the backside D lineman comes over the top, this guard is protecting that A gap. So that's why we're not putting 4 hands on the down guy and turning our hands and our shoulders. We're stepping and keeping this hand out of it, and we're going to punch with this hand, and we're knocking them over 2 gaps. Okay, so I just want you to see these 2 working together, knocking them over. So there we go. So now we're trying to knock them over this way, and now the tackle has to learn to come off at a better. All right, that's I'm going to show you that here in a second. I showed you this clip is I want you to see how there's 3 hands on the down guy, and we're knocking him over. All right, helmet screws right there, keeping this side free right here, protecting for the run through. Okay, so there we go right there. Now the tackle missed it, but he's got to come off. All right, when he sees that first number of the linebacker, he sees that first number, then that one right there, he snaps off. When he snaps off, then this guard gets that left hand on the defender, and he takes him back over. Okay, so now left guard, left tackle. Left guard's going to be stepping at this angle right here. He's chopping half the man, so he's punching with his left. This tackle's coming down at a 45, helmet screws right on that hip. So this is a 3 technique over the left guard. They've got this D tackle, the down guy, to the backside backer. So there's his step. Try to get your face, keep your eyes over here more, keep this hand out of it. It's coming down right there. All right, so we're really knocking the hell out of this down guy, but then we got to come off for the scraping back over the top. All right, so now we're going to shoot back over here to here's another right guard, right tackle. Okay, here's your defensive tackle, there's your linebacker. So there's our step. Right hand, here's his step, helmet screws right on his hip right there. You 2 got those 2, knock him over. Now, this tackle did it better. When do you come off? When you see this guy coming over the top, all right, after you see the first number. All right, I'm a firm believer that you got to knock the down guy over 2 gaps. So if you got to stay on the double team a little longer, stay on the double. All right, got that? Make sure we secure the down guy before coming off to the backer. So they did a nice job right there, working on this right there. The steps might be a little too flat right there. I want them to come down at that angle right there. Okay, so a little bit tighter in the line. But the best thing he did was he played low. He's trying to put his helmet screws on that hip and displace that defender. So here's a left guard and left tackle doing it again. So all right, so keeping this side free. All right, he got his hand involved. All right, knock it over. The left tackle did an excellent job of knocking it over. Then he's got to snap off and find it. Now, once you come off, All right, if he runs by and then you take him, you can turn him out, because at Syracuse, our one-back power and our two-back power, it's an A-gap power. Okay, so we're teaching the back that he has to keep it in the A gap. All right, if he bounces it to the B, to the C, or to the D, he's on his own. So most of our big runs are when, if I take this back, most of our big runs, here's the center and this A gap right here. So that's why that backer, when he pulls out over the top, all right, if you don't come off when you need to, which is after the first number, and you're late on the second number, then you can just turn them right back out, because we're going to hit it up inside right there. We're hitting it up inside. So that's why you can turn them out. All right, so here's another example of the right guard and right tackle. All right, watch the right guard's first step. Look at this right tackle. Playing lower, stepping, came off, and they just turned him out. All right, so that's how we teach it right there. All right. All right, this is a physical play for us, so we're trying to knock him over a couple gaps. All right, so here again with the left guard, left tackle. So the key coaching point, taking your step, protecting this gap as the guard. They know three hands on the down guy, one of the guard, two of the tackle. The tackle puts his helmet screws on the defender's hip. You're looking to hit that hip with two hands, knock him over. When you feel the tackle leave guard, then you put that other hand on there and take him over. So this is what we call a collapse deuce. And then the tackle is coming off for that play side backer. So these are individual drills that we do every day at practice. Now, this one here is with us working the center and the guard. Okay, so now we've got the center and the guard working together. All right, so on this one right here, his first step is a pick it up, put it down step. All right, and I teach the center that he owns the zero. So he's picking this up, putting it down, getting his second step vertical. All right, so he's got two hands on the down guy. This guard's not stepping flat. He's coming at an angle, all right, about a 45. It's going to be quick now, so he's looking to hit this guy a little bit lower, and then he's got to come off for the backer. So this block happens really fast for the center and the guard. The key coaching point I've learned over the years is to make sure that the center, you teach him, you own this zero technique. You own him, all right? And your help is by the guard, because he's going to come down this A gap, but he's leaving it, so he thinks he's got no help. Now, if they slant, they run a twist, you're protecting the A, you're protecting this A, but you own this zero, okay? So you cannot have this guard stepping flat and getting stuck here, because the backside backer takes off so fast. All right, so we got him flowing really fast. All right, look how fast that backer flowed, and then the guard came off, two hands, put his face right there down the middle. All right, so the coaching point, pick it up, put it down, which I call clamp, second step vertical. All right, he's coming down at his angle, and then he's working up immediately vertical. So that's, and I'm going to show you this over and over. Okay, we got a center and a right guard. So now it's the center right guard. Clamp step, pick it up, put it down, second step vertical. This guard, as you can see, he's not going straight vertical, he's coming down just slight angle. All right, he's using one hand, all right there, and he squares this guy up, and he got vertical. Okay, he got vertical pretty quick. 1, 2, get your second step down, whether you're at center, clamp, second step down, guard step, second step down, then we're working vertical. So we're still trying to get hip to hip, shoulder to shoulder as best we can here. All right, now he slants, and they do this fast. They run the zero and the A gap, blitz the backside back or the backside A. You two got those two. All right, but the center thinks he owns it until this guy takes off right now. Okay, there we go. All right, and it's important when you're doing these drills that you coach the defenders just as much as you coach the offensive players. So he's got this. All right, he's the zero. This backer is sitting at about 4 yards. You got to get those guys to give you a good look, and they got to flow. All right.